So today we are here with Alex Kosman, a watch dealer and vintage watch expert from Zurich. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you for having me. Huge pleasure to be here and to talk about this very rare reference.
This is a very special Patek. What can you tell us about the 1518?
So the 1518 is in general a very rare reference. There are not many pieces out there. They are known to be around 281 pieces, and it's a significantly important timepiece for the watchmaking industry, since it was the first ever serial produced perpetual calendar in the wristwatch.
So it was produced from 1941 to 1954, so they started producing this in the midst of Second World War.
If you think about where the world was back then, in that decade, to have time and the money and also the thought to build a watch like this in that decade is amazing.
Insane. And so this was based on a pocket watch.
The story goes back even to the 19th century, where they had the idea to produce a perpetual calendar watch in a necklace. In the beginning of the 20th century, the perpetual calendar watches were actually all pocket watches. So all of a sudden there was the thought or the task to shrink a pocket watch movement with a perpetual calendar into a wristwatch with only 35 millimeters.
So we have an absolutely stunning example here from 1950. So this we know because of the signature on the dial, right?
Exactly. If you look at the writing on the dial, watches before 1947 would have Patek Philippe & Co. on it, and this particular piece has only Patek Philippe, so it's past 1947, and in its magnificent condition. Like, honestly, especially the dial, very clean, very nice, and case is very sharp.
When I'm looking at this watch, it's amazing on how many complications are there, and still it seems so simple and clean, the whole design of the dial.
Exactly. You can see the day, the month, you have two small sub-registers for the chronograph function and the moon phase. And what I personally like a lot is the different sizes of the sub-registers. You can see that the chronograph sub-registers are slightly smaller than the moon phase. So it really all screams, look at me, I'm the moon phase, I'm the complication in the wristwatch.
So thank you so much, Alex, for coming by. I invite everybody, all watch fans out there, to come by in Zurich at Koller auctions to look at this stunning piece in person. And thanks again for being here.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for the chance to see, feel, and hold this magnificent piece.